Welcome to KOWA LOAMS. LOAMS, the Lube Oil Analysis Management System. To get started, please go to www.kowaonline.com. Creating a new account online is as easy as clicking Request New Account at the bottom of your screen. After registering, you'll be sent an email with the username and password. You can also reset your password from this screen by clicking the Forgot Username and Password link. To log in, enter your username and password, then click Sign In. Now this is your home page, the first screen you'll see when logging in. To navigate, use the 6 tabs found at the top of your screen. They include the Home tab, where you have your widgets, alerts, and a link to the KOWA LOAMS Resource Center. The Samples tab, where you have your inbox, searches, and history. The Equipment tab, where you can review your equipment, create labels, and generate graphs. The Labels tab, where you can print labels as well as review label history. The Reports tab, where you can create management and diagnostic reports and report distributions. And the Preferences tab, where you have your filters, download options, as well as your communication preferences. We'll get started by showing you the features of your Home tab as well as your Preferences tab. When you first log in, click on your name in the upper right corner to change your system-generated password. My Account is where you can update your personal information, including your name, address, as well as your contact information. This information will display on each report you generate from KOWA LOAMS in the upper left-hand corner. Once you've updated your personal information, click on Preferences, then Communications to update your email notifications. We'll walk you through the preferences from top to bottom. To ensure you're set to receive emails, please make sure that the checkbox is selected and that the email address listed is correct. You can choose what format we send you email notifications in. By default, we will send you links to sample details. These are emails showing you a summary of your recent results and giving you a link inviting you to log in if you'd like to view or print copies of those reports. Our second option for format is PDF attachments. PDF attachments are a zip file that include PDF copies of each report so that you do not need to log in each time to view or print reports. Next, you can set up which samples you are notified on by updating your severity threshold. Normal is the default. Normal means you will be receiving email notifications for all results. If you choose Monitor, you'll only receive email notifications on Monitor or worse. If you choose Abnormal, you'll only receive emails on Abnormal or worse. If you choose Critical, you'll only receive emails on critical samples. With Frequency, you can choose how often we send you emails. You can choose by day of the week or by day of the month. The default is Daily Digest, meaning we'll email you once a day or once samples are complete. You can also choose to have your email notifications in standard format, the default, or in inbox format. With inbox format, in each email you receive an image of your sample inbox. Once you've made your changes, click the Save button on the right-hand side of your screen. Below, you also have your regional settings. This is where you can choose your language. We currently offer English, Spanish, and Chinese, and we plan to add more languages in the future. Now that you've updated your email notification settings, click on Home to go back to your home page. To start, click on the gear icon to open up the dashboard settings. This allows you to choose the widgets that you want to view. Widgets are graphical representations of your data. Widgets are fully customizable. You can drag and drop them. You can change the format. You can also change the date range. For example, with this widget, we'll change it from a bar chart to a pie chart. Using the Track Samples widget, you can enter tracking number to view the status of any label that you've submitted previously. With the News widget, this will notify you about equipment moves, merges, as well as submitted samples. Other widgets include the Reports widget and the Sample Status widget. On the Messages widget, you'll find a link to the KOWA LOAMS Resource Center. The KOWA LOAMS Resource Center includes recorded trainings as well as a complete listing of all of our KOWA LOAMS Quick Start training guides. At the bottom of the screen, you'll also find information about online help, quick links, and the help desk. If you have any questions about a specific tab you're reviewing, you can also click on the Need Help icon. This is in the upper right-hand corner of your screen and will always give you information specific to the page you're currently viewing. In the quick search field, you can search by unit, component, or by worksite. So when we search for engine, it lists all of our engines. Clicking on the link takes us directly to that equipment. Now we'll be showing you how to review your equipment as well as how to print labels. Notice that when you click on the Labels tab directly, it lets us know that we have yet to select equipment for printing labels. Now there are two quick and easy methods to select equipment for creating labels. You can use the Explore tab, as shown on the left, or the Find tab, as shown on the right. And we'll be showing you both now. First, to select equipment to print labels, we'll click on Equipment. This takes us to our equipment hierarchy. Your equipment hierarchy is listed in 3 easy levels. Depending on where you've selected on the left side of your screen, the details on the right side of the screen will change. On the left, when we click on the work site, on the right, we're shown the unit list, which shows all the units belonging to that work site. On the left, when we click the unit or gear icon, on the right, we're shown the component list, which lists all of our components. On the left, we can also click on one of the wrenches to view the sample history. When we're ready to print labels, we can check the boxes for the components we want labels for and then click Print Labels. The second easy method to print labels is to click Find, then do a search for a unit. We can check the boxes for the components we want labels for and then again, just click Print Labels. Now we've entered the Label Wizard, where we can fill out all the fields marked in yellow. These are required fields. First are the unit age and lube age. After entering the unit age, the lube age will automatically calculate based on the previous sample information in the lower left corner whenever possible. For lube type, we can quickly do a search to pull up the lube type we want by searching for the manufacturer, brand, or the grade. Next, we'll fill in if the filter was changed or not, and whether or not the lube was serviced. Under the Comments field, you can add an additional comment. Please note, this comment will only be viewed by the data analyst. When submitting a large number of samples at once, click Fast Fill. Using Fast Fill, you can enter any of the listed fields, then click Copy to all samples to instantly fill in the rest of all your labels at one time. A great way to save time when submitting a large number of samples. Now that all the fields are filled in, you'll notice that the Submit Samples button becomes active. Once we click on that, we'll get a message letting us know that a tracking number has been assigned to our samples, and we'll simply click OK. You'll notice that we're now on the History Status tab. From here, we can print our labels by clicking on the Print Labels button. We recommend using Avery 5263 or any 2x4-inch label paper with 10 labels per page. By hovering over the label sheet start position, you can see we also have this label information listed. You can also choose which label you'd like to start printing on by clicking on the drop-down menu. You'll notice that on each label there's a status. Now you can modify this label as long as it says not received. This label will update to received once the lab scans in the sample, and then it'll update to complete with a link to the report once it's complete. You can also search for samples previously submitted with labels by clicking on the Filter History option. Users can also choose to print off the status report, which will give a report of each label submitted as well as its status. Lastly, we'll show you how to review recent reports as well as how to do searches. At the top of your screen, we'll click on the Samples tab, then we'll click on Inbox. Your sample inbox is very much like an email inbox. The most recent severe samples you'll see listed on top, with each sample appearing in bold until after you've clicked on it to view it. Now we'll go over some of the great customization features found in your sample inbox. Let's start by clicking on Show Hide Columns. Here, you can select the columns you wish to view, and you can also drag or drop these columns. You can then sort them if you like, by ascending or descending order. For example, sorting them by severity or by sample date. You also have the option to select a date range, or we can choose to show viewed, unviewed, or show all samples. Now we've selected one of the samples using the checkbox on the left. We have the option to clear the sample from the inbox if we like. Now please note, if we clear the sample from our inbox, we can still always pull up this information using a search. From here, you can also use the Export XLS feature to download the data into an Excel spreadsheet, a fantastic tool for power users. Then finally, with print reports, you have the option to download up to 50 reports at one time. Now, if there's a specific sample that we're looking for, all we need to do is do an advanced search by clicking Search, then Advanced Search. This powerful search lets us search by severity or by date range. We can also search by customer, by unit, by component, or by sample. Now we'll click back on the inbox. To view one of these reports, we'll click along the report, for example, on the sample number. That brings us to the sample details page. The sample details page is laid out very similar to a report. We'll see 3 hyperlinks. Now these hyperlinks will take us to the corresponding point in our equipment tree. Below the hyperlinks, that's where we'll find the recommendations from the data analysts. Now we've color-coded each report to make it as easy to read for you as possible. If you see light blue, that's monitor. If you see orange, that's abnormal. And if you see red, that's critical. On the right, with the new activity feature, you can track the actions taken on a specific sample, as well as track estimated savings. With the comment button, attach a comment to a report and include it with the PDF copy of the report by clicking Include User Comments in PDF. Now the sample details screen lists your 6 most recent samples. Now at the bottom of the screen, that's where you'll find the 15 preset graphs. These can be printed out on a separate page or saved as a JPEG, PDF, or vector image. If you like the preset graphs but would like additional graphing functionality, simply click Trend Graph to generate a fully customizable graph. Step 1, select a date range on the top, then on the right, simply select a graph type. With trend graphs, you also have the option to create your own graph types, which can be saved for later. Trend graphs are a fantastic option to share your data with coworkers and clients alike. With KOWA LOAMS, you can click Send Email to send a copy of this report to multiple recipients. Or you can choose email addresses from your address book. Give your message a subject, as well as type out a message to go along with the report. You can also click Download PDF to print out or save a copy of the report onto your computer or smartphone. Under the History tab, you can further review all of the sample history for this component. This concludes our standard user training for KOWA LOAMS. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to us at 1-800-655-4473 or send us an email at loams@endlessinc.com. On behalf of the KOWA LOAMS support desk, thank you very much and have a wonderful day.